Hello everyone, my name is Hannah and my presentation is about the legendary Karl Lagerfeld. So just to give you a brief overview of what I'm going to cover in this PowerPoint, I'll start with an introduction about his personal life before he started out in fashion. Next, I'll go over a condensed version of his fashion career timeline. Then I'll talk a little bit about how he's impacted some very well-known brands. Then I'll go over his target market and lastly his retail formats. Karl Lagerfeld is a pretty extraordinary individual who has really impacted the fashion industry. I wish that I could cover everything he's accomplished thus far in his life and career, but then you'd be sitting here listening to my voice for much longer than you'd probably like. So all of this information that I have gathered for this PowerPoint is what I felt would be the most important and interesting for this project. Karl was born in Hamburg, Germany, and one of the really interesting facts about him is that he's never revealed his true birth date. He likes to tell people that he was born in 1938, but christening records show that he was actually born September 10th of 1933. He was born Karl Otto Lagerfeld, but removed the T at the end of his last name early on in his career to make it sound more commercial. He's also named after his father, Otto, who made his fortune by bringing condensed milk to Germany. His mother, was a lingerie saleswoman when she and Odo met, and she was also an accomplished violinist. Karl has two sisters, one named Martha and the other Thea. Thea is his half-sister from his father's first marriage. And in the 1930s, when Hitler rose to power, Karl's parents moved him and his family to a rural area in northern Germany, where they cut off Karl and his sisters from any knowledge about the Nazis. From a young age, he showed a great deal of interest in the arts and fashion, often critiquing his schoolmates' clothes. So then when he was just 14 years old, with the blessing of his parents, he moved to Paris by himself to pursue his dreams of being in the fashion industry. In 1955, Karl submitted a series of sketches and fabric samples to a design competition in Paris, where he then won first place in the coat category. This opened the door for him to become a junior assistant for French designer Pierre Balmain, who he then later became an apprentice for. He also worked as assistant director for Jean Pateau for a brief period of time. Starting in 1965 to the present, Karl has been the creative director for the brand FMD. From 1972 to 1977, he freelanced for the brand Chloe. And from 1983 continuing into the present, he has been the creative director for the brand Chanel. In 1984, he created his own brand called Karl Lagerfeld. And in 1998, he launched a new label called Lagerfeld Gallery, which would later be renamed to Karl Lagerfeld. In 1999, he opened up a bookshop in Paris called 7L. This bookshop specializes in works about photography, art, interior architecture, interior design, and fashion art. One of the other things that Karl is pretty well known for is that in 2001 he lost 90 pounds so that he could fit into a designer's suit. And he later wrote a book about it called The Karl Lagerfeld Diet. He's quoted saying, "I think fashion is the healthiest motivation for losing weight." In 2004, Karl designed 30 looks for H&M called Lagerfeld for H&M. This collection sold out within minutes of being made available to the public. Also in 2004, Karl sold all of his Karl Lagerfeld trademarks to Tommy Hilfiger Corporation. The point of this is for global expansion for Karl Lagerfeld's brand. Tommy Hilfiger plans to extend the distribution of Lagerfeld's women and men's collections, as well as open up retail stores worldwide and add apparel and accessories categories to that brand. Karl continues to design and provide full creative direction for his Lagerfeld brands, just under the new parent company of Tommy Hilfiger. And in 2010, Coke designed a bottle for Coca-Cola Light that features Karl, which is shown in the picture to the left, and this is also one of his favorite drinks that he has daily. Also in 2010, he designed 2 footwear lines for Italian label Hogan. In June of 2011, he designed a collection of glassware for a Swedish brand Orfeuros. He was also in 2011, awarded the Gordon Parks Foundation Award for his works as a designer, photographer, and filmmaker. And in July of 2011, he designed and created a capsule collection for Macy's. One of the biggest influences he's had on the fashion industry is his shaping of the brand Chanel that we all know today. Around the 1980s, Chanel was slowly falling off the map and becoming irrelevant. It was perceived to be a near-dead brand. Enter Karl Lagerfeld. He was appointed artistic director. His first collection for Chanel was inspired by Coco Chanel's, in 1983, he was appointed artistic director. His first collection was inspired by Coco Chanel's 1920s and 1930s designs. After creating his first couture collection for Chanel, he described it as being like doing a revival of an old play. These next 4 images are from Karl's first haute couture collection with the brand Chanel. These 2 images are from a more recent collections from Chanel designed by Karl. The image on the left is from his spring 2018 ready-to-wear collection, and the image on the right is from his fall 2014 ready-to-wear ready-to-wear collection for Chanel. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about his personal brand, Karl Lagerfeld. It was founded in 1984 and was built around the idea of intellectual sexiness. The brand has a reputation for quality tailoring with bold collections that reflect his own personal style. He doesn't like to use patterns often and sticks with a black and white color palette. He also has a passion for interacting contrasts, such as opposing feminine and masculine stereotypes through combining garments like a men's blazer and a mini skirt. These 2 images are from his spring 2013 ready-to-wear collection for the brand Karl Lagerfeld, and it's definitely evident that his own style was an inspiration, an influence for this collection. It's shown through the black and white color palette, the long and slightly oversized blazer, the high neckline and wide collared button down, and the fingerless gloves. You can also see how he used that contrasting of opposing feminine and masculine stereotypes by having a more masculine styled button down paired with a very feminine skirt. Karl Lagerfeld has also made a huge impact on the brand FMD. It was once a small family-run business, and over the past 50 years, Karl has successfully expanded it on a global scale. He went as far as staging a show on the Great Wall of China in 2007 with this brand. His collaboration with Fendi is the longest-standing contract collaboration in fashion history. He designs for luxury brands with high price points. So his target markets are upper middle and upper class men and women with a wide range of ages starting at around mid-20s. His collection with H&M reached a wider target market since the price points weren't nearly as high as his collections for, say, Chanel or Fendi. All right, he has several different types of retail formats, including brick and mortar stores, online websites, and he is also active on social media, such as Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and LinkedIn. He has social media pages for himself as well as all of the brands that he is involved in. Above is an image, above on the left is an image of a Chanel boutique in Dubai, and on the right is a Fendi boutique in Paris. This is a screenshot of the homepage for his personal brand's website, now owned by Tommy Hilfiger. He is still in charge of the design and direction of these brands, and the website offers a lot of great information about him and his career in the fashion industry. All right, finally, to end with, I'm going to end with one of my personal favorite quotes of his. That is, "If there is a secret to my success, it's that I have absolutely no problem with myself." Thank you so much for listening to my project. I hope you all learned at least one new and exciting fact about this incredible force in the fashion industry.